We're 60 episodes away from having to make a horrible joke, but until then, hello everybody. Welcome to the show. I am your host here to bring you the Brony community for this week. I am Circuit Main. But I'm also joined by my wonderful group of panelists here to also bring you the Brony community for this week. We have DM21.
Man, that tiny horse.
Isn't that horse amazing? And Deathlight Productions.
Hi.
Textalion. Toakoi. Toakoi.
I'm here. I said I'm the punching bag and I forgot to unmute myself.
Oh, that's it. Put back the duct tape back on.
No, what I mean?
He said it's a punching bag. We're just helping him out. And Suki of the Otaku Ascended. Suki?
Did I not hear?
No. No. No, Suki, you're not the punching bag this time. No.
No, I'm just not paying attention.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Huh?
And we'd like to welcome everybody here for yet another episode of The Brony Show. And for this Brony Show this week, we're going to bring back a favorite, a fun one, a classic, a little bit of silliness. This time, we are going to be bringing back the Brony panelists. We have set up two scenarios with two options, both equally horrible. But we're gonna have two. We're gonna have two teams square off and defend why they have the better option. But we'll get to that a little bit later. First off, of course, it's time to say hello, warm up our vocal cords, and kind of give a little bit about ourselves and what is going on with our daily lives. And of course, we do that with a big old heaping double scoop with a little bit of chocolate drizzle, some whipped cream, a sprinkling of chopped nuts, and a cherry on top. And maybe some jimmies, or hundreds and thousands, or maybe some sprinkles. Seriously, how many different names do they got for sprinkles? It's kind of weird now that I think about it. But of course, we're going to serve that all up with a banana. And ask all of you, what's up, bronies?
The fact that you didn't give me any citrus options upsets me. Wow, words. Anyways. Oh, I'm doing so well. I've been just busy helping my parents clean up their house and stuff, and I put a giant thing of foam in my window because it's gonna get stupidly hot this summer, and I can already tell.
Oh, I honestly feel that. I don't have I really need to do something about getting my insulation replaced or my windows replaced or both, or actually, I just gotta get my AC fixed, really. But that's.
What's wrong with that?
Well, it's not working to start. I have to use I have to use Windows ACs because my central air AC hasn't worked practically since I moved in here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just said if you got $20, you can get yourself a 4x8 thing of polyboard, which is what that is. It's water wicking, it's anti fungal and all that other fun stuff, so it's fantastic for just putting it in your windows for the summer.
That's
and
sweet.
It's very dense, so it's all you need is a knife and a measuring tape.
A knife, a big old knife, freaking knife. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I got almost all the parts in also for that computer I'm building for my mom in her workroom, so that's great. I just need to get that 2 GB graphics card now for that thing, and then it's done.
Very
and
nice.
on Linux Lite, it is a stupidly fast computer, which is impressive for a Gen 2 Dell mini computer.
That is actually impressive.
Yeah.
Alright, well, hopefully your attempts at keeping cool for the summer work out well for you, and inexpensively.
Oh, it's been great. Like, the little window AC that I have, I just set it up to automation, and it barely runs anymore.
Oh, that is awesome.
and open up my door to my room, and it's like 20 degrees difference from the house to everything else.
Oh,
You just open it, whoosh. It's like I'm
Yeah.
opening up a fridge. And
I love it.
Okay, I'm going to be camping out my room. Don't bother me until the leaves are dying again. And I need dying from the weather, not dying from the season, not dying from the weather. You know the
Yeah.
difference.
I am polar bear. Leave me in my natural habitat.
No, okay, I guess that would be one. Yeah. All right, I really hope that it works out for you. I mean, well, of course it's working out for you. I hope it keeps working out for you.
Yeah, it's gonna be real tense when it starts getting up over 90 every day to
Oh,
100.
oh God!
Oh,
I don't even want to think about that. I think we have I have a week left until that starts happening.
It already hit 90 here, which is very upsetting for me.
it's
Yeah.
already 90 here.
No, I'm not surprised that we're hitting 90 around these areas, but yeah, no, they're already predicting 100-degree weather by in a few days.
Yeah, and it's gonna be probably up there the whole summer because we had a really dry winter. So
I honestly don't know
so it
because
shouldn't be so bad.
I honestly don't know because it cranks up really high and then the weather forecast says it goes down lower, but at the same point, I know we can't exactly trust that anymore. I'm gonna.
Yeah. I just go with what I say. Like, we had a bitterly cold winter, but we didn't really have any snow. So
All right. Well, anybody else have any other What's Up Brony that they want to throw out there?
I'm making armor! Yay!
All right. Okay. So Toa is part of some movements. I wish him luck, I guess.
he's
Just-
part of the Mandalorian movement.
No,
Been wearing
I'm in
helmet all the
Destiny
time
at
in
the
public.
moment. I'm currently in Destiny, but Mando is always tempting.
Not exactly what I was referring to, but hey, cool. All right. Okay. I guess I'll jump in a little bit here. A little What's Up Brony going on with me. Oh, sorry. Never mind. Go ahead, DM.
Well, in a day or two, my sister's going to be graduating from her course, college course, so that's going to be an
Nice.
event.
Oh, that is awesome.
Hopefully, I'll be better by then because I got sick around Saturday and it wasn't as bad, but it did get bad on Sunday, which I slept almost the entire day because I had insomnia on Saturday night.
I honestly hate that. That's the one reason I really hate really hot weather. It just makes it impossible for me to sleep.
Yeah,
See,
I
it's
was
great.
sick there too, and I hope I get over it by then.
Yeah. I hope so too,
Great
man.
for the long road trips where he's like, well, I can't sleep anyway, so who cares? Just go.
Yeah. It's
That's
great.
like
It's great
only-
then.
that's like
Yeah.
the
You're,
Only silver lining.
only silver lining. Well, I'm dying in my car, but I guess I'm
But at least I'm going somewhere.
All right. Well, a little What's Up Brony going on with me. Having good and bad times. Let's start off with the bad. I got porch pirated. Since we're
Oh.
speaking,
Because it was only a blanket.
no, the thing is that's the annoying part. I got a few things that are being delivered separately, so now I'm paranoid that the rest of the stuff is going to go in. Granted, yeah, it was a blanket, and this was the lowest tiered item that I had in my I don't want to say tiered item. It's the one I didn't need the most. I want all of the items I ordered. But two of them are a patio curtain to set up a patio curtain on my patio, because one thing, the sun comes in and brightens up my entire kitchen every morning, which it's not bad. But the only problem is now we got stray cats that keep coming around, and it is driving Glitch crazy. Yeah, it's every morning. It's like freaking nightmare.
Just
No,
your
no.
cat being like, Father, this cat, Father.
Well, there's a little bit like that, but also literally trying everything possible to try to climb out of the window by like she's trying to dig through the window. He is trying to dig through the window, but yeah, he wants to get at the cats, but yeah, no. Uh, it's a fun time. So, but I'm trying to finally put up a curtain, which I've been meaning to do for the longest time, but I've been kind of lazy about it because I wanted to get plastic blinds, but I'm just like, you know what? No, we need something. We need something. So, I'm trying to get a curtain up now. And I got the curtain rod earlier today, but along with the order, I put in an order for a cooling blanket because, yes, it's getting hot. And a cooling blanket might be rather nice instead of me sleeping in my sheets or otherwise. I'll let you to decide what otherwise might mean. But no, I couldn't get a cooling blanket because I got porch pirated. So that we're talking about heat issues and stuff. It's just such a bite. It's such a painful bite. It's annoying. It really is. But on good news, kind of. This is also, it's good news, but I hate myself for it too. So, one of the, I went to an online convention last weekend, and I checked out a couple of panels, and one of them was a fitness panel, and I thought it was pretty cool, so I decided to sign up for it, and I went to my first session on Saturday. I lasted 20 minutes.
That's not bad.
It really isn't.
Okay, honestly.
It isn't bad, considering it was an hour-long thing. I lasted about a third of the time. My legs completely gave out about that time. I literally could not move. I barely could move anymore. But that's not ultimately what stopped me, funny enough. No, what stopped me is not only my legs giving out, but I was starting to feel sick to my stomach. I was visited by an old friend I haven't visited since I tried CrossFit one time several years ago, by the name of Pukey the Clown.
Not
Yeah.
picking the cloud.
Now, those of you who don't know, in exercise terms, Pukey the Clown is the sensation you get when you are doing a lot of exercising, especially if you haven't been exercising very well for a long time, and you start to feel very sick to your stomach. It is quite nauseous. I don't know if you ever actually throw up because of it, but dang if you don't feel like you're going to at any moment. Now,
It's horrible for me in a way because I've gotten so used to that. I just throw up and get on with life.
that's pretty horrible.
It's pretty bad, but it makes you feel so much better, so much more quicker afterwards.
That's a fair point. But yeah, no, I went for about 20 minutes until I literally couldn't anymore, and then I dropped off the class, and then I laid down on my basement floor for about 10 to 15 minutes breathing, and trying to get my breathing under control and getting that settled.
Yeah.
And the next day, I was beyond sore in my thighs, my legs, and yeah, even my posterior had some soreness.
I had a good leg day, did you?
Very strong leg day. So, yeah, it sucked that happened, but I'm glad it happened too, because it means I also found something that is challenging me in a way that apparently weightlifting and basically going on treadmills and ellipticals isn't doing. Something that's pushing a little bit harder and farther in a different way.
That's kind of the fun thing about CrossFit and stuff like that is it's designed to get your full body moving. Weightlifting is only a certain part of your body. Same thing with walking is only a certain part of your body.
Yeah.
That's why swimming is also really good because it's a full body workout.
Yeah, but I could never get like that intense in swimming. I mean, I could get pretty breathy and worn out in swimming, but there's something different about where you basically have to use all your muscles to the point of fatigue in a short amount of time.
Part of it is also when you're in water, you're basically in a zero grav, so your joints don't really feel it or anything. Plus, like the whole atmosphere above you, you don't feel that.
True, that is true.
When you're doing CrossFit and stuff, it's all that pressure from the atmosphere is also pressing down upon you, which is about another 15 to 20 pounds. That is just on you. So.
But yeah, no. So it is good. It is good news for me all around. So in general, it is actually good news. So I am going to be doing more of the classes and hopefully getting in better shape and better health for myself. So yeah, it's a sucky thing at the moment, but it's a good thing in general. Just kind of one of those. I hate my life right now, but I'm happy I found this. So, yep, that's a little wub going for me. Other than other things I've been doing, which I'll be talking about during the content creation. Anybody else have any other wubs they want to throw out there?
I was just gonna say my offer still stands. Just come over and work with me for like a day or two. Hundreds of pounds moving every day.
I'll take your offer under advisement.
The offer is don't do it. The advisement is don't do what I do because you're gonna end up with a broken body like I did.
That my advisement is saying thanks, but no.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is why I say try doing my job at times with
No,
bicycle.
just no. Bad Toa, shame on you. How dare you try to get me back under? Not back under. How dare you try to get me under the golden arches?
How dare you try to get me to work fast food again?
I mean, technically, I technically worked fast food and technically didn't. But yeah, no. Shame on you.
There's the cone of shame.
Shame.
It just makes me into a wizard.
We're gonna go ahead and move on here. So, anybody else have any other quick wub time before we go ahead and hit the news? News it is. And let's start off with our favorite part of the news talk, and that is, of course, convention time. So in 4 days, nothing is happening. Nothing at all.
Day 5, everything is happening.
And then, but the week after that, we have a PonyCon event that is going to be happening at Festival Fantasy that is over in the Czech Republic. Over across the pond and through the land. So yeah, if you're in the Czech Republic area and you are a Brony out there, there is the PonyCon event that is happening, and I hope you have a great time, and I hope to hear about all of it.
The only one I know within reach of this show would be Coals of the Half, but that is something I don't know they would do.
Actually, hold on. I want to check something here real fast. I'm seeing reading here, and if it's true, then that is... Oh, wow, that is wild.
What's the new madness, second?
Okay, so the Festival Fantasy, the Brony event, is going to be on a Saturday and Sunday right after it starts. But the Festival Fantasy event in general, the whole thing, is from June 27th to July 6th.
Well, hold on, that makes sense.
No, it doesn't. That is a week and a half.
No, second, remember, this is a European-styled event, similar to how the Music Fest are a week long.
You know what? I know you're trying to talk like this is common things, and it might be in Europe. At the same time, I hardly ever hear of anything like this, especially for a fandom culture thing. And especially even music festivals and things like that usually go for 3 to 4 days and not an entire week. Even Sundance doesn't go for a week and a half, I think.
Most of the conventions I know that go on for like a week are like actual business conventions, like SEMA and other like car sponsored stuff where
this would be like San
San
Diego Comic-Con going for a week and a half.
Yeah, it'd be insane.
Circa has never been to Summerfest. No, I have not. I will not lie. I would like the funds and the ability to just spend an entire week and a half doing complete nerding out. Oh wow! So wait, really? No, you got to be kidding! Really?
Okay.
Oh no! You know what? No! No, I will not. I will strike down. I will strike you down, good sir. Good Commander something, sir. By the way, hello, Commander something. How are you doing? I'm glad to see you back and hanging around for while you can. I will strike you down, good sir. No, true. The Summerfest is a 3-week event. However, the talent only shows up for 3 days of that week. It is 3
Stop.
days. June 20th to the 22nd, 27th to the 29th, and July 4th to 6th. 3 weekends. It is not a full week event. No, good sir. No.
Circuit,
Yes.
you are throwing down with a dragon with a band hammer. It won't end well.
I
Well, it's
bequeath.
fine.
I have bequeathed upon him, said Banhammer. I am allowed to challenge. I am kind of surprised that they also have apparently a Sojo one that is a South Jordan one, which South Jordan is in my neck of the woods. But, oh, it's not the same thing. They're just calling it Summerfest, so it's just a bunch of... Well, it's cool, but it's a bunch of children's events, so it's like, oh, that's cool, but if I go there, I'm going to get arrested, I'm probably.
Yeah, second, I have found a thing about the best festivals in Europe, and some of these are going for a week.
Good, sir. Also, current version of Summerfest has been longer all at once. Okay, that is a fair point. That is an absolute fair point, and that is a shame that they had to cut it down. But good sir, it is no luck. Okay, I am sorry. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna move on. Full Spectrum Fest is also happening the same weekend. It's gonna be having the same weekend in Ponytown. The website doesn't work, so that's concerning.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
They might update it in a bit, but you never know.
Hopefully that's all it is.
Actually, let's see. I just want to try. I'm trying something here. Full Spectrum.
Yeah, again, the only reason that
Oh.
Commander and I would counteract Circuit being like, hey, event's only like 3 days. That's the average / the norm.
Okay, so yeah, there is still talking about what? No. Okay, yeah, I don't know what's going on with Full Spectrum Fest. They mentioned a Mastodon account, but it hasn't been updated since last year. They have a Discord. You know what? If we get more info, we'll let you know. I'm not even in their Discord group. I probably should be, just to be able to report on it because it sounds interesting. But I haven't heard too much either, so I don't know. That's kind of a weird, questionable one. But
Mastodon. Wow, I haven't heard that name in a long time.
yeah, I know. Next, Hops Featherfest. This one we do know exists because it's in Austria. This is their second year going. This is pretty cool because they apparently did so well the previous year. You know what? We'll go ahead and translate it to English here. And no, don't give me your your cookies. I don't want your tickets and cookies.
Yes, you do.
No, but I would like to go to their hot dog and
Oh,
beer
that
contest.
plushy.
Look at that is awesome. All of this
That
is
is a cute little plush.
but yeah,
That
this-
is adorable.
Yep, the Hops Featherfest, it looks like it is gearing up to happen here in a few weeks, so that is awesome and exciting. Let's see. And it looks like there's a bunch of other things you can do here. But yeah, no, it looks like a really cool and fun time. What? I feel like we're missing something. What?
I mean,
Is the theme religious leaning or something?
Maybe.
Apparently the leaning is you're either going to heaven or hell. You know what? Fair enough. I can get
Let's
it.
go to hell. It's warm.
Yeah. Why not? Let's just,
Get a hand biscuit.
you know what? I will give them all credit for a literal theme for a convention to be heaven or hell. Make a choice, heaven or hell. There's your theme convention. You know what? Bully. You got it, bully. And the week after that, we got the China Southern Brony Carnival. This is one of the Brony conventions over in China. We're hoping to see a lot of cool things. They've been making some really amazing merch out there, and I really am excited to see it. And I do hope that we can see some of it actually here in the U.S. and make it made available to us. But that's also kind of a fun thing in its own right.
Yep.
But anyway, it'll be cool to check out either way. And then the week after that, of course, is the return of the American conventions with TruckCon, which will be happening in Columbus, Ohio once again. Looks like they left Dayton and now they're going back to the Wyndham. Well, not back to the Wyndham. They're going to the Wyndham in Columbus. And it's looking like it'll be a good and fun time, and I hope the best for anybody that is going. I wish I could go. Once again, this was the one I had to drop when prices became a little too high and finances for me became a little not high enough. Which is always the fun thing, right? Okay, so with the convention scene out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about news here. We got a little bit. First off...
Want to stream the Discord?
No. I don't think so. I think you guys will be able to handle it yourself. You know, just kind of insinuate what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying. I think you may get the idea.
So, how's that top 10 list going?
I have no idea. So, it's the top 10 Brony songs. We always want to shout out to the amazing musicians that are out there, and of course, one group that is making this a lot easier for those that can't listen to every single YouTube that gets popped out every single week. They collaborate to get the top 10 songs by vote and put them in a big collaboration for you to check out. So that way,
Also,
if you are looking...
Nice.
What?
Also, that rarity is very nice.
That's a word for it. But yes, this
I don't know,
the
there's
top
something
10.
off about that rarity body model.
Well, let's not talk about that too much because at the moment. So this top 10 list is pretty cool because it gives you a list of songs that were voted for top 10. Sometimes it's new musicians, sometimes it's familiar favorites. They may have been songs that you missed, or maybe you just want to know if the song that you liked that month actually managed to get on the list. Either way, I think it's a great way to find out about songs, musicians, a lot of different things. There's a lot of great music you can find out about, especially if you want to find out more about the music scene that is out there. It's well worth it. It's well worth checking out. Please do so. Yeah, that is my shout out for that. Next. Speaking of music, a bunch of DJ Pony remixes have been released, the volume 4 of the releases. True Original, The Other Side, So Much More to Me, The Pony I Want to Be, and Shake Things Up. These were a bunch of DJ Pony remixes of these songs were made and released on YouTube Music and Spotify. So, yep, if you want to hear different renditions of these songs, you have the option to do so, and you'll just have to use one of the music services, which, I'm not going to lie, I've kind of been getting...
The music producers pretty much acknowledge our remixes of songs.
Yeah. They're fun, and I'm sure everybody's got is on one of these music services at this point. Even if they don't have an account, you're still using it here and there. So yeah, check it out. Next. I want to shout this out. I did not know about this person until recently, but I think it might be a cool thing to check out. A person, well, this person.
Hello, everybody.
I can't see their... Okay, YouTube, you win. I'll open up the freaking channel. Kate Cast Reviews has been doing a lot of interesting reviews, or Let's Talks, about different pony creations that have kind of come and gone. In this case, the most recent one was talking about the Dr. Hooves and Assistant audio series. But they've also done, it looks like they've done some reviews on, well, a lot of other things. But for ponies, they got the both the Ace Attorneys. And, you know, they're all over the place here. So there's a reason why we don't talk too much about them. But they have done some ponies. They do have ponies.
The funny one, though, is the one that was shown right there on screen was they actually still upload every now and again, that group. So...
Yeah, I think they wanted to talk about season 1 of their creation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's well worth a
ponies
listen
with
to, and it's well worth a listen to, and also maybe worth checking this out, especially if you want to hear about some of the other Brony stuff out there. Though it looks like it's a little bit more mixed than I expected. So you know, I mean, you got Daughter of Discord and a few other things. You know, so just something I wanted to throw out there. Let people know that existed. Next, For other things that existed, Caillou. The Chinese card company has released more stuff. In this case, it looks like they're releasing the next set of cards and things called the Stardust set. It looks like it is dealing with Pony Life this time around. So yes, even Pony Life is getting a second chance and a little bit more love over there, which is really cool because honestly, yeah, I get that we had our apprehensions about the series, but it wasn't a bad one altogether. It was just a grain of salt kind of series. Just something to enjoy for how insane
It was harmless.
It was harmless. It was just weird.
It was basically one of those turn your brain off and enjoy types, but the issue is the fandom just got off of Gen 4, and Gen 4 ass cheat, I think, a little bit.
Yeah. Gen 4 really did ask you to think, and it really had a big fan base. And the unfortunate thing with that is when you have a massive fan base like that, when you try to go to something simpler and stupider, sometimes fan base just wants more of the same instead of letting something different happen. Because something different may not necessarily be a good thing, but
It might have been received better if it was released midway through seasons.
no, I don't think there was any winning on this one. This just
I said it might have been better received.
For it to be received, it's just have a completely different cast of characters.
The problem is, that's probably the better way to do it. The only thing is we've already seen what would happen if they tried to do something like this mid-season. Because we technically got it with G5.
Yep.
Yeah. If you had people weighed between Make Your Mark and Tell Your Tale, they were immediately visceral on Tell Your Tale. Even though Tell Your Tale really had the better animation and the more goofiness to it than Make Your Mark, but they were just shorter stories. People are interesting, but honestly, I think this will do better with time and age, and when people had a chance to finally simmer down and just let it be what it is, rather than trying to be something it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because honestly, it's one of those things of Pony Life. It was not a bad show. It was just totally disliked.
It wasn't a bad show. It was just a terrible show. No, I'm sorry. I get what you mean.
I have several complaints.
Was Pony Life shorts or did they have full 22-minute episodes? No, on both.
No,
It was actually kind of funny. Pony Life had 11-minute episodes. Granted, they were in normal show blocks, so you basically had like episode 1 and then episode 2. Then the next one, episode 3, then 4. Next one, 5, then 6. So you would basically have a double pairing of episodes, but they were all 11 minutes long. So none of them. So they were like a little more bite-sized, but not quite as bite-sized.
And they posted them on YouTube as well, so you just have them on YouTube. But they did make sure they could post them like that on actual TV. So
yeah, Pony. I don't think was Pony Life ever put on YouTube.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
I'd like to think so, but Pony Life that's one I have to think about a little bit.
I could have sworn it did, but
in my opinion, I think G5 would have Tell Your Tale would have greatly benefited from 11 or 12-minute episodes.
Okay, yeah, no, Pony Life did have episodes put up onto YouTube, but not in the same way as the G4 or Tell Your Tale. These were. They were like, oh god, this is such a nightmare to go through.
Yeah, but it was posted by My Little Pony Official.
Yeah, they were posted by My Little Pony Official, but you got like 30-minute videos and then 5-minute videos, and then it's like it looks like a combination of both episode compilations and episode snippets, and it's just it is so all over. It is a mess. So yeah, if you want to watch it, Yar har fiddle dee dee, save yourself some anarchy.
Okay, and what I noticed about about Friendship is Magic, they've been doing double uploads for a lot of the recent stuff.
Well, yeah, I'm not doubting that. It's just the problem is that we're not exactly talking about Friendship is Magic. We're talking about Pony Life.
Yeah.
Well, I was checking that
Anyway,
and
so there you go. Anyway, let's move on here. Top 10 pony videos. No, normally we don't throw this out too much, but I decided maybe we should start giving this a little bit of self-promotion for Little Shy as well, because they are still getting these top 10s out every single month, which is really awesome. But it also means with YouTube having YouTube issues, it means that pony videos are starting to get scattered all over the place, not just on YouTube anymore. They might be on Bilibili or PonyTube, or even you might find them on Blue Sky or Twitch, which had or not Twitch, but X, Twitter. Thank you.
we will never call it X. We will dead name it.
No,
for the rest of the...
it is my X because we're not there. I don't go there anymore.
Yeah.
That's why we. Anyway, I'm doing good.
The jokes write themselves.
The jokes
You're
are
good, you're
the
good.
jokes. The jokes on themselves, but they don't matter. Okay, sorry. Brain aneurysm. Moving on. Check anyway. I do recommend checking it out, especially with the segments near the end where they talk about the anniversary videos, like the 5-year anniversary. Some of the videos that came out 5 years ago, and some that came out 10 years ago, and the one thing they pointed out recently, they're soon going to be able to do 15-year anniversary videos.
Please no.
I'm just like, I know how you feel. It's just like, I mean, cool, but
My poor heart.
my heart. Soon,
Your heart should
soon,
be
soon the pony episodes will be able to be at the legal drinking age.
I mean, God, my poor character that, Light, he's almost old enough. Well, he's old enough here to get a driver's permit now.
Yeah. Oh, dear world.
Oh, no.
Technically, they're old enough to consent if they were in
No.
Japan.
No,
You're not doing this. Shut up.
We're going to move on now. But check out the video, please. Actually, that is it for the news. And that means it is also time for our content creation. And we got quite a few things here. But to get ourselves started here with the content creation, we usually start off with mentioning our challenge of the week. And our challenge of the week by our random spinning wheel of spinny williness was the Fluttershy Stare. A classic. We finally got to a classic after all the crazy ones. But we also had a protest initiative challenge.
That's right. The protest initiative challenge this week was Drizzle.
Alright. Okay, and oh dear world, this has been interesting for me, I'm not gonna lie. So I along with this week, I've also been trying to participate in the artist training ground for both Equestria Daily and Pony Sky. And along with pushing my own envelope on trying to get things done, testing out different art methods, I've been basically burning the candle on both ends to the point that over the weekend I did not think to draw anything at all. So I had to do a bit of draw cramming earlier today while I was at work. But I think it also was a good wake-up call about where my skills were in position here. Of course, I started off with a simple one with the Fluttershy Stare. This was also was the artist training ground challenge of draw a pony being courageous in face of their convictions. And I was just thinking, the one thing that immediately came to mind is it'd be funny for Fluttershy to stand in with conviction on something. And what would be more weird than just salad topping? Instead of a pizza topping, a salad topping. I'm just thinking
that makes sense.
red grapes.
That's not actually bad, but I understand.
Raisins, I mean, you put raisins in salad, basically the same thing. So.
It kind of is the same thing, but yeah, I don't know. I swear I've seen people that have completely lost their minds when you mention putting grapes in salad.
See, that just makes me laugh when people get so upset over simple things like that, honestly. It's like, do you really not have anything else going on in your life where you get so upset over Such a small detail like that.
I honestly wonder with people sometimes. I really do.
Some people make hill hills
Something's out of molehills.
So some people make their own hills to die on. I guess they're just
They're already putting fruits in their salad. It's called a tomato.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave the tomato discussion alone. That is
Sometimes apples too. It's
Yeah.
rare.
actually, with all this, I'm
It does
surprised.
also go in bad times.
I'm surprised nobody mentioned the strawberries in salad.
No, strawberries and salad is just as good.
Yeah. Oh no, you may hear grape tomatoes. But yeah, no, I just figured grapes and salad would be a fun one to do a courageous conviction, but get a Fluttershy stare in there. I didn't quite get the stare that I was hoping for. I think I could have narrowed the eyes a little bit more, but I wanted to at least get that look. But yeah, while the expression was there, it wasn't quite where I wanted it to be. I started realizing how I was starting to get with the hair and the proportions of the arms and legs, which is, like I said, has been my biggest Achilles heel. Pun.
Pretty good in this picture, so yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It is pretty good. So imagine my surprise when I start doing the second drawing, and I push myself just a little bit further.
Oh, then there are some wiggly legs.
Drizzle. This one is draw a pony beside herself with emotion. In this case, extreme anxiety.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Draw a pony jumping to acting with too much haste. Basically freaking out at a little bit of basically just a drizzle of water, imagining that a downpour is going to get all their laundry soaked when all they have is a single sheet. And of course, the third one is drizzle by the Protest Initiative Challenge. So a 3-in-1. That is not a third leg. That is her foreleg. No.
This is frantic movements.
This is a pony freaking out and running around. I probably should have done a little bit more emphasis on the running lines there. But I figured also the fact that her legs are sprayed out like she's freaking trying to do a marathon sprint.
The biggest thing I noticed is she doesn't skip thigh day.
Yeah.
Exactly. She is set up for success.
Well, remember, thick thighs saves lives.
I don't know. That's just how I've been slowly getting my thighs have been slowly getting to with all the practice and testing and everything I've been doing. But yeah, no. The fact is that this looks like art. This looks like an actual drawing. Proportion-wise, it works. The arms look about correct. The hair looks the hair could use a little bit more work, but overall it looks pretty good. The legs themselves actually look like. I mean, yeah, you got thick thighs, but that's about it. You don't exactly have
thighs for Ray for apple bucking.
Yeah. I thought she was crumpled on the ground. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I should have put a small shadow under her. A little small shadow right down there would have sold the picture. That would have sold the picture. Thank you, Playman64.
At the very least, if you could have rotated her just a little bit so that her body's a little more even with the horizon. You know what I mean? Front leg, the back leg there, a little bit straighter down. Body's still in the same thing, so it's not like she's getting up, but she's already running.
I think a shadow would have helped sell that. Just
yeah, the shadow would have definitely been the easier option.
Yeah.
Maybe even like a little bit of ground contact, but yeah.
I could kind of see. I could see the crumpled on the ground though.
Yeah, I can get that.
Yeah.
Oh, now I look at it that way. Oh.
It still just looks like a normal leg though. The best way to look at it is just right there. You can see the. If I shaded it a bit, it would have also helped. But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally finished drawing and got this uploaded just as my work shift ended, and I had to do some cleanup because initially she had a green background on her, which the painting tools I was using, they're not a full solid color situation. So yeah, I have to be careful, or else I get bleed through from the background on the art, and that it just looks weird at that point.
like what happens with watercolors.
Pretty much, but the thing is, it was supposed to imitate oil painting, so there's an irony for you.
That's also the biggest annoyance I've had when I look at digital painting. Like, oh, airbrush, I know how to use that. And then I go and play with it a little bit. Like, this is nothing like an airbrush.
This is not doing what I wanted to do.
And that says something because I know how to use airbrushes. I know how to do that type of stuff.
Yeah, but the fact is, I'm to the point where it's small details and coloring style. I think I finally crossed another threshold with just this insane art challenge that I just put myself through.
Well, you have always said you want to do more art, and even with how I do my art, you can see I have my style, and that's been honed over the years. And sometimes I just go, fuck it, I draw and see what happens.
Yeah, it's just more like trying to get to that right moment of detail. I don't know. It's still a weird place for me. But Coldust, thoughts from the artist.
I think it's good. I think you're getting better at like the experimental poses and stuff. It's like you got a real sense of like running. I like it. It's good. Also, yes, we do. We do.
What?
Especially with those thick thighs.
No,
By
no!
the way,
No,
by the way, caked up pony. That's just fine, Circuit. That's just fine.
They're
At
all
least
they're
it's
all
not
kicked up. Why do you
from
think the joke
Ruffles.
was watching it for the plot?
Yeah.
I mean, we've always said that.
I know, but that's the joke. Why do you think the joke is there to begin with?
Because there's a double entendre that we don't talk about.
I'm just gonna.
Well, we
move
just
on.
talked about it.
I'm just gonna move on.
What?
I don't know how to address this at all. Tokoi, here's your entries. Apparently,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are these different drizzles?
butterfly stairs. They feel like they're tea essences, which wouldn't be such a bad thing. But
Are they drizzles? Though? Can you drizzle them in?
Yes, technically, it's kind of thinking back to my work where I have a bottle of chocolate and caramel that I have to put on top of like the frappes or like lattes.
So I
And
guess the
just have to
protest
drizzle
initiative
it
challenge
on.
approval.
So I said, okay, let's do that in a more home setting where you would take a spoon and drizzle it over top, or like the honey thing of, oh, jar honey, open it up, get that little thing, and drizzle it on top of things.
by the way, I just realized something horrifying. Rainy won.
Yep.
Just had to throw that out there. But yeah,
I didn't realize that.
well, I realized it as I was drawing it, but yeah. And also tore
You
through.
don't question the rainstorm.
tore
Also, I did that because someone said, I need a smiley up tour. All right.
Horrifying.
Put it back. Put it back.
And this is why I don't have a natural face.
That's his
Or
back
so help
pony
me.
fangs.
My bat pony face. Alright. But yeah, along with that, we did get some other entries here. Of course, Deathlight. We got the Zaya.
Oh no.
Look at all them books.
Book. Hey, just ignore the drilling table. It's fine.
Actually, I did not see that until just now.
Only two people noticed it. Everybody else
Why do you have a
got mimicked.
Don't
But
worry.
explains the
The
watch out.
house-
I was wondering what was up with that.
Don't worry. It's a house of mimics. The house is not a mimic. The house is a mimic.
Yeah.
No. A dungeon, a mimic as a dungeon. That's why you gotta worry.
It's a dungeon of mimics.
Hey,
But yeah, the funny thing is, my friend that drew this just already knows what Zaya's about. So just drew that in the essence of Freerin, loving to find random stuff.
Oh yeah. I gotta watch that. I mean, I just finished the really
You
schlock.
should.
I mean,
It's good.
I just finished a really dumb series, so well, not dumb in a horrible, just dumb and funny. Like I Atelier Meister series. It was really weird, but it was fun. But it's done, so now I should go into Fearin.
It's worth it. It's worth giving it your absolute attention to.
Oh, and like I said,
Yeah.
I should probably put it in a proper spot, not a. I'm gonna put this on while I quickly devour a hamburger.
It's like
Yeah,
the
no,
Pop
you
Carrot
want-
Diaries. You want to give it your attention.
You should.
So
It demands your attention.
It insists upon itself. Sorry, I couldn't.
I just know looking at the mimic just reminds me of a thing I saw the other day that technically mimics can be any object and dead bodies are considered objects.
Oh god,
yes,
I don't want.
they are.
So if it sees your party member go by and you've split the party, guess what it's going to mimic?
It's great too because the older a mimic gets and the more magical items it consumes, the more intelligent it is. So you can actually just have a mimic in a dungeon that is intelligent and sells you wares from fallen adventurers.
But
I love that. That is great.
Is a mimic that
No respect to
does
hustle.
is a mimic that mimics a gazebo intelligent or not intelligent though? Yeah, see,
Depends.
th-
Do
that
you
is- that's
believe the
question.
gazebo gods?
So yeah, this
First
one.
off, that's a big item, so it's probably intelligent. of
Oh
some-
yeah, this one's a little small, but you should be able to still see it. This one is from Phosphorus. They further theirs decided to put their Fox character inside one of the Toby dog cars from Deltarune.
Oh, that's sweet.
No, it's really
Yeah.
funny.
It's just like the cute little Tykes cars.
Exactly. There's somebody around where I work that drives one of those small little two-door smart cars, and he got it wrapped just like one of those little tight cars.
Oh yeah, you can do that with that. I think you can also do it with a bug.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Volkswagen bug works also pretty well for that.
And
It's
But,
cute
like,
and fun.
Whoever that is knows exactly what they're about.
and next we do have Kasakai. We got two things from him, but we're gonna do this one first. Just a
Ooh,
little
black
statue.
and white.
I mean, I got Circa right here. I can't remember who this is supposed to be.
I think that's mine.
I don't
Kind
know.
of weird. Kind of weird to have you
Character has that
standing with
double
me like
blade.
that. That is really weird.
Well, remember, DM is the messenger between realms.
Oh, fair enough.
He is the middle character.
And Kasekai's already immediately typing to this, like, no, this.
Also, Chaos Sky
It is
did link
DM21,
something else
okay.
earlier.
It is DM21. No, there is something
Yeah.
else, and I will begin to that. I just want to make sure we cover everything else first before that. And finally, of course, with the artist training ground, I try not to show off everything I make, or we'll be here all day. But I did want to throw out a few other pieces that kind of evolved from nowhere. Starting off with draw a pony leaping into action.
It's Super Octavio!
I have no idea where this
I
came
like this
from.
one.
I know, I have no idea where it came from in my brain, but I just ran with it.
That is
Cutie
part
mark
of the
is a
creative
little too
process.
low, but that's the only thing I find wrong with it.
Well, I mean, she just
Super
barely
Octa
she
Sisters.
just barely started leaping off of the little platform down there.
I
Supposed to
think
be
that
like
might
just
be
as
a
she jumps.
platform or a pipe.
Well,
No,
no,
it's not-
I'm
it-
saying the cutie mark.
Oh, the cutie
Yeah.
mark. Oh yeah, no, I hand drew that sucker. I'm surprised I got it as good
Yeah.
as I did.
Wow,
yeah,
that's impressive.
I think it should be a little higher on the flank.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
CNC
possibly stretched out too.
It probably. Well, I hand drew it. I can't stretch it out. I literally
Yeah,
drew
see-
it.
CMC,
He's good.
CMC.
Plates, but impressive.
Ha-
Yeah.
Are you
impressive.
telling me that your cutie mark doesn't slide around when you jump?
Octavia's Waluigi? No, I just put like a little Octavia hat on her. Though it is the Waluigi
Yeah,
colors. I
because
just
her
realized
eyes,
that now.
the hat
I
matches
just
her eye.
Yeah, I just made a hat that matched her eyes. That's all I was going with because I didn't know what else to theme it on, and I thought a gray hat would just look weird. So I went with the eyes. This is not the most divisive art that I made, though. No, the one that made me divisive. I got so many mixed feelings about this one, but
When you have a bad day.
This one was interesting to me. I feel like I could have done things better with it.
My name Twilight Sparkle and I'm gonna cut a band.
I mean, I guess the point gets across. People are understanding what the hell is going on. It just, I feel like I could have made I think I made the face too round. I think that's one of the big things. The face is too round. It should have been a little more ovaled. Maybe.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good. It just feels off somehow. I don't know how to describe it. But I went nuts with putting a lot more detail. The scuffed fur, the hair all over the place, and I even left it a little more sketchy looking. You could see a lot more of the sketch lines on everything rather than the clean lining I've been trying to do. So yeah, this was far and away a complete experiment.
You know what this kind of reminds me of?
What's that?
The movie Falling Down. Where the guy just absolutely loses it. Just starts fighting with everyone.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah,
Yes!
He just won.
When you're young, you don't understand the movie, but when you get older, oh man, I get it.
I kind of didn't get it, but yeah, he just gets so tired of everything that he just done. He's just done.
Jumps off the deep end. Yeah. Kind of reminds me of that, honestly.
I get that. I absolutely get that. You just get so tired of everything that you're done. But that's not what I was going with. I was just going with, you just pissed off Twilight. Twilight's just so pissed off at somebody doing really crappy shit. She's just like, you know what? No, I'm not even using magic for the sword. I'm taking you down physically. This will end. Kind of like the end of a Die Hard. Just you got McClane just kind of coming with the gun, just like I can't remember his name now. The freaking villain.
Yeah. So long since I watched Die Hard.
Hans, Hans. It's just like he's like everything around them is burning and exploding and flashing lights, and he's just half holding this gun that it's like
McClane.
McClane is doing it, holding the gun, and he's just like he's limping because his feet are all cut up and he's hurt. It's just he's still like still coming after him because Hans still has his wife. He's just like it's just like you can't stop this guy. He is done. He is so done. And
so basically the Wolverine, but without all the power armor and demons.
That's what you call a really pissed off person on a Friday night. That just wants to go home, go for their weekend. You know how it goes. It's just like, oh my hell.
I'm trying to see if I can find a quick picture of it. Just like it's such a freaking iconic scene.
Yes, it is. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, just like coming out from the shadows and everything. He's just, oh god. But yeah, no, this was wildly experimental for me in so many ways. But there are some things I really love about it, and some things I wish I could work more with. But it was a stretch, which is what I needed. To just basically stretch myself into that. But with all of that out of the way, thank you so much for indulging me. We still got one more thing. I'm not going to forget it. But I did want to get one thing out of the way before we got to it, because Chaos Kai has another video for us for the Brony Show Soul Calibur universe. But I want to get the picker wheel done and dusted before we go to that wheel. You know what? I know what I just said.
No, you're understandable, because it's going to take us a moment to do that.
Yeah. So, everybody here, we have our picker wheel. Once again, this is our challenge of the week wheel. We take everybody's suggestions. Everybody gets a suggestion, but everybody gets one suggestion. We put them all into this wheel. Wow, already jumping in on this. But just a reminder, everybody gets one entry. You are allowed one entry, but everybody only gets one, so make sure you choose wisely. We will put it in here. After we get all entries, we will shuffle the entries and then give the wheel a spin. So there will be, nobody is getting an advantage, nobody is getting ahead. You get there, everybody, it is a mix. We want to make this as fair as possible, and everybody gets a good and equal opportunity for their prompt to get selected. Even though we do that, though, for some weird reason, some people get picked twice or 3 times. I have no idea. We aren't doing it intentionally. I can promise you that, because I don't like that. It is called
luck of the draw, and as a rule that we enforce, it has been set forth. The 3rd time you are picked in a row, you cannot do it a 4th.
Well, technically, that's been a self-imposed rule. I've never imposed that, but people have. Most people who have been picked twice or 3 times.
Yeah, I self-imposed on myself a few times.
Yeah, people who have seemed to have picked at least 3 times tend to self-impose on it. So I'm not stopping them from doing that. I just never actually. It's not an actual rule we have. But nobody said boo, and nobody has stopped to nobody. You know, everybody's doing it anyway. So I'm okay with it. I got no qualms.
Commander, if you're still around, want to give us a suggestion?
Yeah, everybody gets a prompt. We're just giving everybody a chance here. We got a good number of prompts here, so this is great. We got a great little bit of prompts for shuffling.
And second, as of right now on Twitch, we have 11 people up on our normal like 6 or 7.
No. Don't tell me the people. Don't tell me the odds.
Don't tell me the numbers.
Don't tell me the numbers, Chris. Don't tell me the numbers. I don't need to know the numbers. I'm just here to entertain. Whether it's 1 or 1 million, I'm just here for them.
Never tell me the statistics.
Okay, we got it. Now I'm good. Put that in there.
Okay. Actually, I will be serious. Commander, something. Are you? I'm just to be completely fair, in case we are misinterpreting. Are you just saying you're good with not giving us a prompt, or you're good, or you want? Nah, I'm good to be the prompt.
I want Ting Suki.
Nah,
no, Suki
might be dead to the world at this point, for all we know.
Nah, we're good.
Yes, what?
Yes.
Yes, which one? No. Commander, something.
Yes, we are good. Yes, we are good, I believe.
No, is it yes, it's a prompt, or yes, it's not a prompt? Yeah, I asked him to clarify, and he said yes. That's like, do you want chocolate or peanut butter? Yes.
Yes.
No.
He wants chocolate in his peanut butter.
Yes. No. You know what? Okay. You know what? Fine.
It is a prompt.
We're making it a prompt now. Yes.
No question.
Nah, I'm good. Now I'm good. It's a prompt now. Let's go ahead. Random. Go.
Well, Rowley, tell us the lesson we should have learned.
How
many ponies does it take to change a light bulb? The world is probably about to find out in a week.
It would have been hilarious though if we got. Nah, I'm good.
that would have been hilarious, but what a
it was at least 1, if not 2 off.
But we do have the Protest Initiative Challenge. Do we have a protest challenge?
Yes, we do. The Protest Initiative Challenge this week is Sprinkle.
Ooh, Sprinkle.
Sprinkle.
Remember, it's Sprinkle, not Sprinkles. Sprinkle.
1 or more rain. Damn it!
Or it could be your pet Sprinkle. Ooh. No.
Ooh.
All right, and with that, we are going to go ahead and check out Kasekai's latest entry in the Brony Soul Calibur Universe Season 3, Second Strike, Enter the Bar.
Mm-hmm.
I heard it hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like running into it.
Yeah.
And he is using AI voices just for fun. This is not for profit. This is just creative use.
Alright, here we go. Okay, he said put his own insignia on here now at this point. We've got full-on production on this.
We're getting too professional.
Sorry, one last thing I gotta point out here. I just realized he's got 1.32K subscribers.
I know. What the hell?
I don't know either.
He's gaining popularity.
We somehow someone else's key to doing this, and we are just now lore.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what?
I mean, the fact that he mentioned the god Nog. I made up a joke, and somehow it's now a god.
And that's when I said, you really expect me to eat a bunch of bananas after that?
Okay, you know what? That was a horrible AI voicing and then a laugh track. This is such crap. I love it. Okay, let's keep going.
That was great, man.
If I had organic eyes, they'd be watering right now.
Will you three cool it? You're annoying the other patrons.
What other patrons?
Me?
Wow, that feels insulting.
In other news, Taraga Infinity, leader of the newly re-established nation of Cyber Nui, held a press conference earlier today where he had this to say.
Cyber Nui has decided to reopen its borders to the rest of the world, to usher in a new age of cooperation and friendship.
Oh, great. There's going to be more Tokois running around.
God, that's a terrifying thought! No.
Hey now, you can't judge all robots based
Hey
on
now, you can't judge all robots based on just me.
Try me.
I can and I will.
I can and I will.
Taking on a student? I know I'm a master now, but this wasn't in the job description? Maybe it's a perk?
Hey, Lumi.
Hey, everyone.
Lumi, why do you have a child with you?
We found her and
Allow
abducted
me to
her.
make a formal introduction.
She is mine
Hello,
now.
I am Circuit Light, daughter of Circuit Main and Twilight Sparkle.
Oh, come on, let's see the reaction to this.
Good night, everybody.
What? Suki, why are you humping the air? What?
Stop it.
What channel is this? This is Chaos Akai's channel. Chaos Akai, if you'd be so kind as to link it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta point this out. Anybody
Did
else?
you just slide with the chair?
No. Well, yes, but no. Yeah, if you look right next to Coldust's left shoulder.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to see, but watch what happens when Suki starts moving.
Yeah, the whole box move.
It's not all that
Lumi,
clear.
you have some explaining to do.
Oh, thank God! Everybody blew up. Everybody just blew up. It's over.
Haha! I have tracked you down. Now
The
I,
heck?
Liz, co-captain of the Bonanites, am here,
Oh my
and
God.
I've got a bone to pick with you.
I feel like we just insulted so many fandoms all at once somehow.
Celestia, damn it. Well, I've been needing an outlet for my rage today.
Oh, they did blow up the bar.
I
I was kidding.
You get to see Running Tab in
I
action.
was kidding. I was kidding about blowing up the bar.
So a challenger approaches to try to tickle my funny bone.
Oh God,
Just shut
no!
the hell up and fight.
Well, aren't you a Debbie
Running
Downer?
Tab is going to murder someone.
Get in there.
Yeah,
and
But
break
they're
them.
already dead.
Murder.
She's not a Debbie
Move.
Downer.
I'm
she's a
beginning
Debbie
to regret
Downer.
my
I'm
life
beginning to
choices.
regret my life choices.
You know what? I will give Kasukai credit for not having a small yellow guy come up and just making random noises. We all know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
No, we get that. But again, Chaos Sakai, thank you for including some of the characters that we don't do for lore, because let's face it, a lot of our silliness can't be lore.
No, we do have some
Yes,
lore
they
already,
can.
thanks to Creature,
So you
I
want to
believe.
fight?
It's all lore. You just gotta try hard though.
Not really scary lady, but
Not really scary, but
Okay, I just realized. Okay, that explains that.
Stand. Fight to your last breath. Battle 2. Fight.
I will say I don't see Rain Cat being a leather person, but I can imagine her having a leather jacket, though.
I'm not getting into that one at all. I mean, I'm probably going to have to at some point because I did create her, but still.
Claim victory.
Well, you did create her, but I also helped with some colors and some early designs.
By the way, Kelsakai, did you link the channel yet in the chat?
If not, we can easily do so.
Yeah, I just want to let him have his kudos since he did make.
Looks like I'll have to make a marrow escape.
A marrow escape. Screw you, says Liz. What did I give her? Screw you.
Lumi, explanation now.
Lumi, explanation
Before I
now.
have an aneurysm.
Oh.
Hold it.
I have aneurysm.
No, it's an aneurysm. Okay, so everybody, we gotta be careful. If you get too upset, you're gonna have an aneurysm.
Okay.
Which I'm guessing you yams come out from somewhere they shouldn't.
Huh. And remember, we gotta wait till the end.
Supposed to come from there?
You wait till the end, because you never know when the hidden thing comes.
No, that's it.
That's all. Alright.
Yeah. That's it. That's all.
All right. Again, Chaos, we love what you're doing.
Absolutely. Though, I can't help but knock on it a little bit. It's just...
Yeah, it's so fun.
Okay, we'll go ahead and post here. So, yeah, this is a whole thing Kasakaya has been doing for a while now. Just to throw out there.
It started with us being in a fighting tournament.
Just beating.
That story happened.
Basically, just beating the crap out of each other in AI arcs, which I vehemently oppose because some of those I really wonder.
Well,
And somehow that led to a whole lot of saying, "How did he win?" And then,
well, you know, it didn't help. Also, after a while, we figured out the AI's preferred fighting styles and weapons and stuff too. After a couple of fights, so we're like, "Oh, they're gonna win."
Pretty much, it got to a point.